Are you looking for your next concealed carry handgun, and are you on a very tight budget? If you answered yes to either of these two questions, then you're probably looking at guns like the Hi-Point C9 or the Taurus G3C. But which of these two budget pistols is better, and which one should you buy? Well, let's find out. Before we go any further, be sure to check out the review videos I did on the C9 and the G3C so you can see all the details about these two pistols and also my pure unscripted reactions to both of them. These videos will be linked down in the description below. Once you checked out those videos, come on back to this one and find out which of these two handguns comes out on top. When it comes to size and ergonomics, the C9, it really comes up short. Look at that massive brick we have up there for a slide. This makes the gun extremely top heavy because we have all this mass up here with this huge slide, and then of course we got the polymer frame, which is very light. So the gun is extremely top heavy. Compare that to the G3C. Yes, the G3C is still a little top heavy because that's just the nature of polymer frame handguns. So you got a lightweight polymer frame down low and a heavier metal slide up top. But the G3C is much more well balanced. When you're gripping the G3C, you don't feel like the muzzle just wants to tip forward and fall right out of your hand like you do with the C9. Like, this thing just wants to take a dive toward the ground. It just is not comfortable at all. Grip angle on the C9 is bad as well. See how the grip takes a dive right there, kind of toward the front of the gun? This, at least for me, and the way the gun fits into my hand, I have to rock my hand forward a little bit, kind of like that, to get it all the way seated up there on the gun. By having to rock my hand forward a little bit, that pushes my trigger finger forward and makes it a little more uncomfortable, a little more difficult to get a good firm grip on the trigger. Compare that to the G3C. The grip, it's got a really nice angle on it. I like the grip angle on the G3C. I don't have to rock my hand forward at all, and since I can keep my hand back to where it's more comfortable and more ergonomic, my trigger finger lands in just the right spot. While we're talking about grip on these handguns, look at the grip on the C9 compared to the G3C. Yeah, on the C9, there's basically no stippling. The grips are textured, but it does nothing for you. Like, my hand still slides around a lot on this grip. It's just bad, okay? There's no other way to put it. There's no stippling on this gun. It does not do anything for you when you're trying to get a good grip on it. Compare that to the G3C. Taurus gave us extremely aggressive stippling on this gun. Like, when you grip this handgun, even if your hands are sweaty or whatever, you're still gonna get a good grip on it because that stippling is extremely aggressive. And I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this or not, but that left an impression in my skin there from gripping the G3C. So, ergonomics, there's just literally no comparison. There is nothing good to say about the ergonomics on the C9, but the G3C, at least for me, it checks every single box. It's well balanced, the grip angle is ideal, and we've got good stippling on there. So there's really just no comparison between these two handguns when we're talking about ergonomics. When it comes to magazine capacity, the C9 is gonna have a 8-round single stack magazine that comes with it out of the box. Compare that to the G3C's 12-round double stack magazine that comes with it out of the box. Well, obviously, it's obvious which one's better, right? The G3C has got the 12-round double stack magazine, which is in line with what's really becoming standard nowadays for these newer micro compact 9mm. 12-round double stack magazine, G3C checks that box. Hi-Point C9, come on, what is this, 1911? That was corny. Anyway, obviously the G3C steals the show with its 12-round double stack magazine compared to the Hi-Point's pathetic 8-round single stack magazine. Let's talk about maintenance for these handguns. Now, unfortunately, I'm not actually gonna be able to show you how to take down these handguns on camera because YouTube will have an absolute fit if I show taking a gun apart on camera, and I guarantee you they will demonetize and censor this video if I do that. So you're just gonna have to bear with me on this one. With the G3C, takedown is extremely simple, extremely intuitive. If you've taken down any other modern polymer frame handgun like a Glock or a SIG or whatever, you'll be right at home with the G3C. All you gotta do is, pull slide back a little bit to press your 2 tabs on the sides of the frame, squeeze the trigger, slide pops right off, and you can get in there and clean and maintain your G3C, no problem. No parts you're gonna lose, no tools needed. You just break the gun down, get in there, do your maintenance. Now, when you compare that to the C9 on the other hand, takedown is extremely unintuitive and it's just an absolute pain. So what you gotta do is, you gotta pull the slide back and then, or block it back, I think, and then you gotta there's a pin back here on the back of the frame that you gotta pop out. So you need a tool for that. And then you've got a pin lying around that you can lose potentially, because it is very tiny. And then, I forget exactly how, but then you basically finagle the slide off, and then it's just as ridiculous of a process to get it back on. So it's just not intuitive at all. Like I said, you need a little punch or something to get that pin out, then you can lose that pin. So yeah, I mean, come on, High Point, it's just stupid taking that gun down. Let's talk reliability, because obviously if you're gonna be carrying either of these handguns, you need it to be 100% reliable, 100% of the time, because obviously your life could depend on the gun functioning properly when you need it. So take the G3C for example. In the review video I did for this gun, I ran a total of 250 rounds through this handgun. I didn't show every single round on camera because that would take forever and it'd be boring, right? So I just did like a montage, but I ran a total of 250 rounds through this gun for that video with 0 malfunctions. The gun ran flawlessly. Because of that, I would not hesitate for 1 second to carry this gun out in the big scary world, and I would feel confident knowing that it's gonna be there for me should I need it. Take the High Point C9 on the other hand. This gun, now, it is not reliable in my book, because in the review video I did for this gun, I got to mag 3 or 4 before this gun started having all kinds of malfunctions. It wasn't feeding properly. There was a couple failures to eject, just malfunction after malfunction. Now, I did see one comment on that video where the guy was like, oh, it's a mag problem. You can't use that magazine with the gun. It's not the gun, it's the magazine. Dude, seriously, this is the magazine that came with the gun out of the box. This is an OEM magazine. You mean to tell me that I can't use an OEM magazine straight out of the box with the High Point C9? I gotta go out and buy a different magazine? Come on, that's ridiculous. Compare that to the G3C. This is the OEM magazine that came with the gun out of the box. It ran flawlessly. Actually, they both did, because the G3C came with 2 magazines, both of which ran perfectly. So, in my book, G3C is reliable. It's gonna be there for you if you need it. The C9, not so much. I would not trust my life with that gun. Price point. Now, this is obviously very important for a lot of us because guns can get very expensive very quickly. So, how much should I pay for each of these 2 handguns? The C9, brand spanking new at one of my local gun stores, was $180. Okay, not too bad, it's pretty cheap. The G3C, by comparison, at a different local gun store was $220. Yeah, that's right, only $40 more than the C9. But look at how much more gun you get for only $40 extra. I mean, you get the 12 round double stack magazine, the gun is ergonomic, the grip angle is nice, you have plenty of good stippling on there for a good grip on that gun, and it is well balanced, and most importantly, this gun is reliable. The G3C is the clear winner in the battle of the budget handguns because it does everything so much better, and it's only 40 bucks more than this piece of junk. So yeah, and come to think of it, the G3C shares a lot of similarities to something that is a heck of a lot more expensive, like say the SIG P365X. You know what? We should compare the cheap budget G3C to the expensive SIG P365X and find out which one is better. So let's do that in the next video. Now, this is absolutely going to tick the government off. But that's kind of the whole point of the Second Amendment, and that's why we love it so much.